Huh. Hear no sound? You don't hear me. Because there's obviously that's not bad. So either I pump up the music. What about like this? What about that? The music's still low? Music doesn't need to be louder. Raise it a bit. Um, how's it been? How you been? Yes, long time no see. Damn, this woman, child. Doing it live. Always. Or the live adjustments as I try to get things. Ooh. I've been good. I've been good. Life's been hella busy. Good. Oh. Yeah, I was just like, you know what? A hot minute since I streamed. Okay. Well, we'll fix chat box. I'm just. Oh god. Or to check all these things before you go. Definitely a good idea. Worry about it later. Yeah, it'll be fine for now. We'll work on it so that in the future, better. At some point. But yeah, I'll definitely. Oh, yeah, it feels good. I thought, you know, in a hot minute, life is like right at the point where I can probably take this on without wanting, you know, jump off a building. So, yeah, for today, personally, I just decided I wanted to try and do a Professor Oak challenge, and then I was sitting there doing it, and I'm like, you know what? Screw it. No? So, yeah. Well, basically, it's one of the. It's Jiggles. Yeah, so basically, a press row challenge, put it simply, is you have to get every single Pokemon that exists, or is possible of getting, before a gym badge, and evolve it all the way. So, for example, you got Turtwig, you gotta have a Torterra before. It's horribly grindy, especially in the beginning portion, but like it's actually, you know, has some level of challenge. It's kind of, as far as challenges go, it's definitely one of the easier challenges out there, but it's just kind of, you know, kind of mindless so far. Yeah, I've got 12 more things. Oh yeah, no, it definitely takes a while. That's why I figured out just from doing it. But you know what? No better time than the present. Yeah, it does. I won't lie. It does drag. There are moments when like you feel it. Especially because like right now we're just before the first gym, and as you can see, our team is all on the 20th side from Doof, and like this is the only place we can grind, and it is rough. But we out here. You know very well we don't shy away from a grind. may get scared of them every now and then, but it's okay. We'll live. We can survive. But at least on the plus side, like, Jinx is almost there. Kind of. Zubat is 2 levels away. Yeah, no, it definitely, like, that is the benefit. Like, those locks are just too much, honestly, sometimes. Not to say that I won't do them, potentially in the future, but, like, I think right now, you know, we're gonna dip our toes in the light, and then we'll see what the future has in kind of thing. Because there's definitely games out there that I would like to play. But yeah, I just thought, you know, this is something that's like super carefree, more of a like a hangout kind of stream than anything else. And then if like people, some of the old crew want to come back, you know, have a place to chat and hang out again, by all means, you know. Oh, that's a wild fork. I do see. It's a wild fork. I always told you guys I would come back. I just never said when. Because I didn't know when. It was one of those things that I knew it was going to happen, but I didn't want to promise you guys and be like, oh yeah, it's, you know, I'm going to start, because like, you know, I wasn't sure when I wanted to be, you know, and one of those things where time. Oh no, it's been longer than a year for sure. Like the last time I think. I appreciate it. No, I appreciate it. I'm glad to be back, and I'm glad you guys turned up, honestly. So appreciate that too. Yeah, I think the last thing we ever streamed was Tears of the Kingdom when it came out. So like, I mean, we all get older and get better, right? Yeah, yeah, definitely. I think our last stream, which I don't even remember when that was, but there was that was a time ago. And I'm still a 5-year-old with an ego. I don't know what y'all saying. I don't know what y'all saying. Yeah, it's funny because I've been throwing it like out there the last little bit to like my wife, like, oh, you know, I kind of want to get back into streaming. I don't know. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. I don't know if the time's right. And like I said, and then today I was like super bored on a Sunday, and I was like, I want to start a Professor Oak challenge for Brilliant Diamond, knowing fully well that like the first badge is like 24 hours, basically. I'm just like, goddamn. So I started, and I was sitting there on my couch, and I'm just like, you know, I could be here doing this on my couch, or I could pull the trigger and be back, you know? Yeah, well, on average, a lot of people who do this, the first batch just because of friggin' Staraptor. That's the well, and the starters, right? So it takes a long, long, long time. And when you're getting like 20 experience a knockout, it ain't great. Like for point, you know, Psyduck needs to get to 33. He's at 23. I got 10 levels to go. You know? It's hard. It's annoying, and I'm BSE now. But yeah, look at the experience gain. Freaking 31 experience. Ooh. Yeah, it's annoying on time now, but like later on you get access to mons that have pickups, so you can like low key kind of farm. You start farming rare candies and like stuff like that. And there's higher level things that'll give more experience. It just like is one of those things where right now, unfortunately, Psyduck, I don't care if you want to be pet. It's not about time. You're hunting for a shiny Poipole? Man. I always loved. Why was I not streaming? Life. Burnout a little bit. Which is why this time around it's not going to really be like a crazy set schedule. It's just like, you know, I'm definitely going to be doing it on the weekends. Weekday things, we'll see. I disappeared and so did your Poipole luck. Yeah, dude, so did my shiny luck. Let me tell you, shiny hunting in Scarlet and Violet DLC and stuff was not a great time. Kitakami wasn't that bad, actually. I think I basically finished the decks, shiny decks for Kitakami. But then, like, Blueberry Academy, I was just like, meh. I appreciate that, Fork, and I'm glad to see you guys are all doing well, too, and see you guys back. I mean, that's great. For me, like, I honestly thought, no word of a lie, I was going to sit here and, like, why did I quit YouTube? I didn't quit YouTube, I just took a break. You know? Like, you know, like, I had a lot of stuff going on with work. Life was hella stressful, and it's, when you're in those scenarios, you kind of just have to, like, look at yourself and go, what is the one thing that, like, is affecting you the most, that is preventing you from succeeding, and the one thing that's easiest to like reduce/remove. And to be honest, it was YouTube at the time. Like, I stopped, to an extent, it stopped being fun, you know. And then I remember what was like the final straw kind of for me was, it was when Tears of the Kingdom came out and there was all that hype for it. And I was like, I'm going to do a Tears of the Kingdom stream for everyone as like the end of the month stream, whatever the hell bullshit was. And then I remember I loaded it up and like I was playing and like it was a super quiet stream and everything. And I was just like sitting there kind of on my own. And I was like, am I playing this because I really want to play it? Or am I playing it just because there's hype around it and I like want to build traction? And in that moment, I realized like I'm not enjoying YouTube and not enjoying playing. I just want to kind of get back to that place. And that's kind of like where I'm at mentally now, is like, I don't care about subs. I don't care about watch hours. I don't care about any of that. Luna's still here in the background, always being a pain in the ass as always. And so yeah, now I'm just kind of like, whatever, hang out, let's have fun. Numbers happen, cool. Otherwise, cool. It is what it is, you know? I think that's kind of the key to the success with this kind of thing. And yeah, Freya, I definitely feel like I'm in a better position-ish. Yeah, I mean, you gotta, like, I think the moment something stops feeling like fun is the moment when you really have to take a look at that thing and go, is it worth, you know? Because if something stops like bringing you joy, like, not to quote Marie Kondo, but like you gotta toss it out. I appreciate that, Freya. Thank you. Hey, we out here today. Probably gonna stream for another hour and a half. I'm also probably not, like, don't be expecting any 8-hour, 24-hour crazy streams anytime remotely soon. Like I said, dipping my toes in here. But I'm definitely just enjoying the fact that, no worries, man. Thanks for coming out. Appreciate it. You know, if you're ever free on the weekend, take a look at your notifications. We'll probably be live for a bit on Saturdays and Sundays. So. Yeah, the 24-hour streams used to be, like, brutal. And, like, I'll be honest, when you have, like, a full-time job and then you're doing that too, the effect that has, like, it ripples. And, like, the next week would just be rough for me. Not that I still have my same job that I had before. But now it's just kind of like, I have that very controlled to an extent. And, yeah, a 24-hour stream, it's a lot. Yeah, like, I think if I do stream, it's going to be like a 2-hour stream maybe on Sundays, maybe like a 2 or 3 hour stream on Saturdays. Just chill, hang out, you know, people are around, they can come by. Not, it's cool, we catch you at the next one kind of thing, you know? Soon, kind of. There is Legends EA. Thing is, no release date window. It's kind of like up in the air. They said it's coming out in 2025. I guess we'll see. To be honest, I really don't want another game for the Switch. You know, and then, like, that's kind of the annoyance for me. Like, games on the Switch just don't run well at all. You know, like, I've even... I've even, like, I was considering getting, will I do a playthrough of Pokemon Z? Yeah, 100%. They need to make a lot of stuff, to be honest. They need to make a Switch that doesn't suck. Straight up. You know? Not even at 30 FPS that's a problem. Is that, like, games that are really, like, basic struggle to run. Like, Echoes of Wisdom, for example, can't even hold 30 FPS. Like, how does that even make sense? You know? Like, I'm not saying it's not the most, like, visually demanding game out there. But yeah, it's just, like, one of those things where the Switch just really needs to, you know. But I guess we'll see what the Switch 2 is going to be like, if and when it does decide to exist. Also, sorry for Luna. My desk has moved. Eventually, it'll move back into my old room, or our old room. And I'm by, I can close to where the stairwell is. People moving up and down the stairs, she just can't handle it. Very territorial, you know. So what's new in that regard? Yeah, like, I kind of agree. Like, that's the thing. I agree with you normally, Freya, but, like, there comes a point when it's hard. Like, I want to be immersed in a game when I play it, and then constantly being broken out because the game starts getting choppy or can't run correctly. That, for me, just, like, I lose it kind of there, you know? And I think, like, the minimum a game should be able to do is run on the only console that it exists on. You know what I mean? Like, I think the fact that to this day Scarlet and Violet hasn't gotten the fix it needs to run correctly is like just unbelievable. You know, like I want to see a day where I can be in the lake area and not have my Switch feel like it's about to explode. So, Professor Oak's challenge is... yeah, fair for you. So, a Professor Oak challenge basically is that you have to complete the decks as much as you can before every single gym leader. So I can't fight first gym leader until I've fought every Pokemon available and evolved up to every Pokemon available. So currently there's 29 Pokemon that I can have. I'm at 17. So that means I have to grind, get Psyduck to evolve, get a Torterra, get a Staraptor, Barrel, and stuff like that. Obviously can't trade unless it's in-game. Can't do any of that stuff, so unfortunately we're stuck grinding it out in Orbit Tunnel on the highest level things we can do here. It takes time, it's annoying, but only now, because once we get to the Valley Windworks, we can get ourselves some Pachirisu, and they have pickup, and then we can just start grinding for rare candies, and that makes life a lot faster, like a lot easier, a lot faster. Basically, the first badge portion will take as much as a quarter of like the actual. Give you an idea on the speed, and then once you start opening other areas with higher level Pokemon and even the underground, it just gets like so much faster. But what's life without a little bit of a grind, am I right? And yeah, I'm wondering how many shinies we're gonna find doing this, because like there's going to be a lot of counters. Why don't I use Sheet? Because that would require a modded Switch, which I don't have. And two, because then it removes the challenge. You know? And half of it is the challenge. Okay? Otherwise, you could do it in a day with enough rare candies. Probably even half a day with rare candies. You know? Yeah. Like, it's annoying, but it also has like a level of reward to it, I guess. You know, doing something unconventional, all that stuff. Hey there, Demon Wolves, how's it going? So it's kind of fun in that regard, you know. But yeah, it's definitely it's a drag in the beginning. There's definitely a drag in the beginning. I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good. I think working my way through loveliness that we got going on. What's nice at least is Bidoof is going to evolve, so we can swap it out. All we have left is Bidoof needs to move off to Bibarel, Geodude to Graveler, Machop to Macho, and Magikarp to Gyarados, and then the people that are on our team. So Golduck, Torterra, Raptor, and Crobat. Doesn't sound like much, but something. We're making our way. Favorite shows or movies? To be honest, will I continue Zelda? Like, Tears of the Kingdom? No, I beat it, so. Fair enough, Rhea. There you go. Feel free to use me for when you need to do your homework. There's like a Korean cooking show that we've been watching and like we're heavily invested in, which is pretty good. What else? Yeah, not really anything like else, to be honest. Like when I'm working, I have like anime on in the background. Like right now, I'm working through Seven Deadly Sins, and then after that, I'm probably gonna rewatch Metal Alchemist Brotherhood like the 100th time, just because I love that anime so much. Yeah, that's kind of it right now, to be honest. I know I really need to watch Rings of Power. Haven't had. I gotta watch House of the Dragon, but like I don't know. I lost interest after season 1. So with Seven Deadly Sins, it's not that like it's pretty good. There's moments when like it's rough and you can feel that they're milking it a bit. But for the most part, like it does land. But it's very typical anime where it's like, oh, you thought you beat me, but I haven't even reached my final form, and then they reach their final form, and it's like, oh, well, you thought this was my final form, or JK on you. Here's, you know, and it's just like it's kind of the constant one-upping thing. But other than that, like it's actually pretty decent. And I have watched Naruto. The problem when I watch Naruto is, yeah, a lot of plot carried like BS sometimes. Like I end up hitting a lot of the filler, and then I just kind of lose it. Now that was kind of like what happened with Fairy Tail. I got pretty far in Fairy Tail, and then like there was just filler, and I just kind of zoned out. What I really want to do is rewatch or properly watch One Piece. But now that they're creating like the new One Piece that is a bit more streamlined, I'm thinking I'll just wait for that. Because like I watched a lot of One Piece before and loved it. Loved the live action. And so, you know, naturally I'd love to watch one of those things that when you know there's 1,000+ episodes or something, it's very hard to like want to get into it because it's just like such a wall to climb. You know? Yeah, I'm almost done. I got like 5 or 6 episodes left. Actually, Fran? Alright, I'll keep an idea. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I've had that complaint about One Piece before where, like, it feels like it's too much and doesn't really get places, but people love it. You know? DBZ is also something that, like, I used to watch religiously as a kid. I haven't watched it in close to 20 years, probably. So, I wouldn't even know where things are at. I think the last DBZ stuff I saw was when, like, the Cell Saga happened. And that's where I stopped after that. I did recently rewatch all of Inuyasha because it happened to be on Netflix. And I was, like, hella happy because I loved that when I was a kid. Not a lot of people know Inuyasha. I also kind of want to rewatch Attack on Titan 2, but like I feel not enough time has passed since I saw the finale. So yeah, people say Bleach is incredible. I've never actually watched it. I add it to the list. I have an ever-growing list of things to put on background while I'm working. Yeah, everyone who I hear watches it, loves it. And so then I'm just kind of like, I'm missing. Nope. I definitely need to get my ass a Crunchyroll again. Because right now I'm using Netflix to watch animes or other methods. But yeah, I'm not like a massive anime fan. It's not like all I live and breathe. Hey, Psyduck is 24, 9 more levels to go. I don't want you to learn all the tips. But it's just one of those things where, like, when I'm working, I need something in the background, you know, and like music helps. But I like something with a plot that I can also be following. I prefer if it's something I've already watched, that way I don't have to be like actively watching it. AOT was phenomenal. Like, we don't have to go there. AOT was just peak for me. It's definitely in like my top 3. I think if I had to honestly say like my top 3 would probably be Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, Attack on Titan, Death Note. I mean, I'll say this. The ending is kind of one of those things where, like, it was never going to be everyone's cup of tea. And, like, it either works for you or it doesn't. It was always... Like, we always knew Eren had to die. Right? You know, there was never a question on that. So... I personally, like, I think they did a very good job with it. I don't know what they could have done better, to be honest. But again, it's still not like, yeah, I mean, like, and that's the key with like the ending is like the whole idea that like no matter what we do, I've never actually read JJK. But like, yeah, that's the whole idea of like Attack on Titan, is that like history repeats itself. No matter what, there's always going to be the next thing, you know, and that's literally how it ends. You know, with the new child finding sacred tree. So we know Titans will once again. Hey, I'm good. I've been alright. Yeah, that's the worst. When you got like a really good story and then you get really crap writers who ruin it all. Looking at you, Game of Thrones. Yeah, you feel that. You feel that. No? That's kind of how I felt about like the original Full Metal. Like I appreciated that not all the manga was out yet, so like they had to come up with their own ending, and like their last third of it basically, and it was rough. It was rough. But I can appreciate how they got to where they got. Then you get like Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and it's like perfection for me. It's just one of those that doesn't stop. Yeah, because you know what it is too. Like writers are just gonna cash in on what they want to do, their next big project. Yeah, like Game of Thrones started off incredible because you had like a really rich source material in the books. The moment the show eclipsed the books, and the stories were kind of in the hands of the directors. And then, fun fact, the directors were approached by Disney to direct their own trilogy of movies for Star Wars. And they were approached before filming for season 8, the last season of Game of Thrones began. And word on the street, or back then anyways, was that they rushed season 8 on purpose because they wanted to get started on this other project. But like, joke's on them, because when season 8 tanked as bad as it did, they were dropped from everyone. Like Disney dropped them. Anyone who had a thing that they were going to work on dropped them. People are just like, nah, I'm not interested at all. So it was, I don't know. The show was great. Honestly, up till end of season 5, Game of Thrones was great, and then it started slipping. And then kind of like, that's I think where it'll, yeah, that's where I think you can honestly say that it was like a thing, to be honest. Thanks, Fork. Good to see that YouTube is still YouTube. Oh, man. Change. Fine. But, yeah. YouTube is YouTube. What can you do? Trolls gotta troll, right? Smooth brains need to feel like they exist for some reason. What were we saying? You know what, Freya? People just... That's the joy of the internet. Oh, you can, say whatever you want with next to no repercussions. Kind of. You're always behind the mask, right? But yeah. I mean, on that, you and I can agree. Yeah, I mean, you know what? That's what a person needs to feel like they, best cool beans on you in life. Oh. I mean, I think everyone at some point has been that way. Maybe sometimes without realizing. Like I said, when you have a mask, you feel more obliged to say what you want. You know? Appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, like, I think all of us have been in that situation where the internet has afforded us the ability to say things and do things. I don't even. I can tell you that thing is dead and gone. I actually think, now that I sit here and think about it, I genuinely do not think I've ever completed a Nuzlocke. Well, that's not true. On stream, yes. But like episodically, no, because something has always happened. Not with things dying, but like save files corrupting, you know, recordings corrupting, and then it's just like, oh, okay, cool. And that's wild for you. I think Sun and Moon forgets it. Yeah, man. You're not wrong. Not wrong. The closest we've got is Elon Musk, though, and like low key, I'm okay. I'm okay. I mean, it's not funny. Yeah. Well, I can't wait. I can't wait until yeah, so everything that I needed to catch, I've caught. Now it's just working on the evolutions. So we have like a lot to go, obviously. We got to get Golduck, Grottle, and then Torterra, Luxio and Luxray, Staraptor, because I messed up and accidentally evolved my Starly, so I'm losing the 20% boosted experience level for canceling. Zubat should evolve next level, and then after that should evolve into Crobat right away, and then Bidoof evolves on the next level. So we're almost there, and then we have Geodude, Chop, and Magikarp left. You know what? Turtwig isn't that bad. Hey, like I'm doing battles. You mean with traders? It would, but you can't re-challenge them I don't have the item that lets me do that yet, so I'm stuck just grinding on Geodude, Onyx, and all this, and Zubat here, which is annoying as hell. Because the highest level is level 10. And the best XP is from Onyx, but it's a 10% encounter. So, more often than not, we're just knocking out Geodude until we can't breathe. Like, it's fine. Fine. Oh, my... Hashtag not a sponsor, but also low-key cheap. Oh. Cold water. Boiling me. Yeah, exactly. So, unlike normal challenges, challenge with this isn't like the game itself, but like the actual Pokemon. Normally the challenge is like making it a level cap, making sure you can beat, you know, gyms. No. But now, it's very much like, do you have the stamina to get this? And to be honest with you, like I said, the first gym portion takes a quarter of the entire playthrough. Just because of, like, once we clear here, get access to the underground, there's things that are level 30, it becomes much easier to grind. But when you're stuck grinding against level 7s, you need to get to, like, 34 for Staraptor. Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I would like to not give up on it, at least not anytime soon. But if I get to a point where I'm just like, alright, I'm done, you know, then we'll probably, you know, but, yeah, I just popped in my brain today and I was like, I want to do a Press Oak challenge. And I know the easiest one to do is Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, because, like, you can get so much experience just from chain catching Pokemon, but I hate the catching mechanic. I wish they, like, had, I know you could have, like, the Joy-Con or the ball, but, like, I wish they let you use a Pro Controller and, like, actually just be able to just play normally. If they did that, I'd be playing that. But I absolutely hate catching mechanic. It is so finicky, so annoying. Like, and the mess up is too that the game actually looks phenomenal and runs really well. Oh look, Turtwig's at 24. Only 8 levels to go. Yeah, like I give things the best effort I can. Yeah, but the problem with doing that is, in order for me to stream it, if I were to do it, for example, I have to use the Joy-Cons. But I don't have the Pokeball controller, and I'm not buying one. So thank you. So I end up in a situation where, like, I have to use a really crappy method of catching that doesn't work that great. And then I was looking at, like, my roster of games, and I'm like, what's something that I haven't played in a long time? And I just saw, you know, Brilliant Diamond just sitting there, and I'm like, you know, I haven't touched this since it came out and I beat it. Now's as good a time as any. Yeah, I think it's still the same price. But that's Nintendo crap for you. Like, Super Mario Odyssey is still 50 bucks. Like, I don't understand how these things make sense, honestly. Like, their games never devalue in price. They really are. I mean, now they're suing Palworld, and it's, like, so stupid. You know? Like, genuinely so stupid. Like, I played Battle World. I enjoyed Battle World. You know? But, I just feel like Power World built up all this hype, and it was great, and it was fun to play. It just doesn't have any, like, longevity for me. Like, yeah, they added in the raids and, like, all these other things you can do, but it was kind of one of those things where, like, once you kind of beat it, you beat it, you know? There's no more challenges you can kind of really create for yourself. Replayability, that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, same for me. Like, 3 weeks in, I basically, like, I did everything I wanted to do, caught everything. I had all the bases generating, like, infinite amounts of resources, you know, and I was just kind of like, okay, there's not really much else left at this point. So, and I was just like, cool. I opened it again when they did the raids, but I was just like, I don't know. Apparently the new, like, area they added looks amazing, though. I haven't checked it out. And, like, I get it, and a lot of people are like, oh, they copied from Pokemon, and the designs are ChatGPT Pokemon. Like, who cares? You know? All I genuinely care about is if a game is good. I mean, genuinely, the best comparison I could give you is think Minecraft, add in monster catching, and add in True American right now. You right? You right? Add in monster catching, add in occasional weaponry. And there you go. You got yourself Power Roll. Yeah, but like the Scottish, most Americans are inherently Scottish and Irish and Italian. You know, originally. So in your blood, or blood is in them. I don't know how to make that work, but you make it work on your own. But that's kind of where we're at. I mean, that's fair. I think a lot of people are exposed to Americana much before sometimes their own stuff. Most versions. Damn. I mean, to be fair, I just hate everyone equally. Oh. That way no one gets offended. Okay, why do you particularly have beef? Your beef is because of their accents? I mean, some could argue that their accent is the original accent. Peter Mirror just right? The only true way to eat a steak is meat. Anything past that is a disappointment. You plan on playing videos too? Yeah, I mean, again, starting with dipping our toes, there will be stuff in the future for sure. What that's going to look like, I'm not sure yet. And I don't want to commit to anything. because that's part of the problem. Before was committing to things without really being 100% there, so to speak. So definitely there will be some form of series at some point, but I'm unsure what that will look like, what days it's gonna go live and all that crap. I just kind of want to enjoy and do things, and then like when the idea pops in my head, we'll go with it. Because I'm really unsure what I could play that hasn't been played a million times. You know what I mean? Yeah, no, and I don't, I can't speak. Still something that hasn't changed. The ability to speak often. Their accident. That seems like oddly targeted. Hey, we can update our totals. Look at that. Something good happened today. I mean, aside from me screaming. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. I love how Zilly is and now he just sits there. Full move. I have not watched Chainsaw Man, to be honest. Yeah, just 11 more. Because I don't know who I want to add. We have left. Damn, talk about some dedication. So, Bibarol. Eat. So, we either have Stop, which we have to get to 28. Geodude, which we have to get to 26. Or Magikarp, which we have to get to 20. I feel like Magikarp, so it's like something fast happening soon. But soon we're going to be swapping out Zubat too. Because Zubat in 2 levels would be a Crobat. Yeah, so trade things don't count, obviously. So in my case, it stops at Machoke. I can't get him a champ within my own game. I won't be counting it. Trade evolutions and stuff, yeah. It's because it's like, you can't guarantee, can't do them, right? In-game trade evolutions are fine. Like, for example, I traded him a Machop for an Abra, which is why I have Abra. And that's easy. But others like Golem and stuff like that, they don't count towards it. I think I'm going to add Magikarp. Because who doesn't love Gyarados? What's my favorite Pokemon? A good question. Toss up between Scissor and Crocodile. Oh, show. Did I heal up, or did I just... I don't... Nightbot doesn't exist anymore, so... We'd have to reinstall Nightbot. I did not heal. I just brought Magikarp. Memory Reap. Yeah, let me go heal. Yeah, we gotta... I forgot all about Nightbot. I'll get him back, though. I'll make sure that in time for the next stream, which will be on Saturday, so in just under a week, we'll have Nightbot back. We all love Nightbot, our Lord and Savior. Back to our cave we go. You think so? I don't know. I don't know if they will. Be honest. Like, I want to be completely honest when I say this. I am excited for Legends ZA because it's another Legends game. And Legends Arceus was great. Confirmed. Like, yeah, they released an actual trailer for it on in February. Yeah, it's Lumio City. But like, another Legends game is great because of the franchise itself. But I'm afraid yeah, I don't know. Like, I think about how it's gonna run on the Switch, and I'm scared, to be honest. Gen 6 was a great anime. I feel like they could have done more with X and Y as games. It just kind of, you know, like, the rivals were a bit much, you know? Other than that, I definitely, like, enjoyed Gen 6 quite a lot. It had really good flow, aside from, like, Gym 1 to Gym 2, where there was, like, 800 routes between. That was annoying. Yeah, I feel the same. Hashtag not my... Okay. Yeah, Gen 4 has always been my favorite gen. Yes, I've always... And if it's not Gen 4, then it's Gen 2. Loved Silver back in the day. Yeah, I didn't keep watching the anime, but I only watch the championship battles and stuff. And then when inevitably Ash won it all, finally. The Sun and Moon anime? I hated the art style change. It just kind of made no sense to me. Like, here's a random art style change, and then go back to, like, previous art style. It genuinely made no sense. I will say, though, with the Sun and Moon anime, it did improve, like, battles and stuff a lot, which was good, because that helped for, like, obviously what came after. But yeah, it doesn't feel like Pokemon without Ash. But I guess the way they look at it is like, a lot of people don't resonate with Ash anymore because they didn't grow up with him. So, like, the new generation needs someone new to resonate with. And that's new kids or whatever that are. All I know is one of them has Terapagos, the other one has a shiny Rayquaza. Ash sitting over here with a Pikachu. These guys have a Terapagos and shiny Ray. No. Yeah, genuinely, like the boy or whatever had a Pokeball with shiny Ray Ray in it. I don't know. I don't know where else the story has gone from that point. He still has it. It was given to him, if I'm not mistaken. But again, I don't. It's just one of those very weird things that makes absolutely no sense to everyone. I will say though, randomly kind of off topic but not. Um, I really did enjoy the Blueberry Academy DLC. I thought it was pretty good. No worries, Freya. Thanks for hanging out. Really appreciate it. And hopefully we'll see you next time. Need Nightbot to filter chat? I mean, you're not wrong. You definitely do. Definitely do. Nightbot will be here next time. I promise. I promise. I promise. The Blueberry Academy DLC, the second DLC for Scarlet and Violet. It was good. Indigo Disc. Whatever the hell it was called, I couldn't remember. Yeah, it was worth playing. The story was good. Yeah, the Kickami one. I wasn't like super invested in it. Like, I played it because obviously I wanted to beat it, catch the new guys, shiny hunt it, and blah 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 blah. But like, at no point did I feel like the teal mask mattered. It genuinely felt like a filler episode because it had nothing to do with anything, you know? And like the trio, Monkey Dory, Okidogi, and Pheasantipity, like, whatever. You know, Ogerpon is awesome, I guess. But like, the rest of it was just kind of like, why am I here? It's a waste of my time. Brought back some cool Pokemon though, I won't lie about that. That I appreciated having access to again, and being able to shiny hunt. Nice. I'm trying to think what other, like... I think in the Blueberry Academy, the only new Pokemon they had... Well, I mean, technically, I guess there was... Gouging Fire and Iron Crown, Raging Bolt, and Iron Boulder, and Hydrapple, which I think was such a great evolution for Applin. Like, I love Applin, and then Diplin was like whatever, but like Hydrapple, that's peak. Really well designed. I just wish the other heads were like out all the time. Jinx is officially 6 levels away. Unbelievable. so, so, so close. And in case you're wondering, the reason why I don't let them evolve is because if you stop Pokemon from evolving, it gains 20% experience additional over that course of that new level. So they gain levels faster. It helps us get them to their final form much, much quicker. F for Starly. No, so I'm trying not to do it while I'm streaming, at least, because I know there was issues with it. Not issues, but it was a constant comment in the past. So I just kind of decided, like, here, it's next to me. I'm surviving. I can stream without it. At least for now. That may change in the future, we shall see. Depends how stressful life becomes. Yeah, we don't need to have it on. Yeah, this actually has been a phenomenal first time back, I'm not even gonna lie. I was expecting no word of a lie, just sit here in silence for an hour and a half and just be like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this again? But this was great, so I really do appreciate coming out. I'll be wrapping up in like just under 10 minutes. Why I just like, because I got some things to do before the end of Sunday night. Yeah, a lot of people never actually knew that, but like, why logically would you, you know, cancel the evolution for more experience, right? But in these kinds of challenges, it's key, especially like in the beginning, for things that have higher level evolutions. Again, I messed up with Starly, and my save was too far before, so I couldn't just like roll back the save. Actually, I'm pretty sure it auto-saved after I just, you know, or after it evolved anyways, so through me, I guess. Ooh, another Onyx? Yo, what is this luck? 10% back to back. Yeah, so basically, you keep canceling until the level before their final level. So for Turtwig, at level 31, I let it evolve to Groddle, and then at 32, it evolves to Torterra. And then Starly would have been 33 for Avia, and then 34 for Raptor. But, yeah, that ain't happening now. That is fine. Once we start getting access to rare candies and everything, though, it's gonna be so much faster. Who knows? To be honest, I was gonna post on the Discord, like, hey guys, FYI, I'm planning on streaming, blah, blah, blah. But it was such a quick thing that happened. Like, I literally, like, I started at 7. 6:30, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna stream. So I had to make a layout really quick, did all that stuff, make sure everything was working. Yeah, and then once everything was live, I was like, I didn't have a chance to post and let you guys know. But I also, to be honest, I didn't want to post from a level 2 because I didn't want to be like there expecting you guys to join, you know? So I just figured, like, they see I'm live, and they want to come by, they can. If not, you know, it's totally cool. absolutely no pressure kind of thing. Yeah, because I think what ends up happening is if someone doesn't post or do things for a very long time, I think it removes your notification to that channel. Because my wife said the same thing. I was like, can you tell me if like you had a YouTube notification? She's like, I didn't at all. So I'm guessing 99% that's what it does, is because I haven't uploaded or done anything on the channel in so long. Anyone who was notified, had notifications turned on, Jesus, my brain today, wouldn't have gotten notified because they would have been turned off automatically. Which is kind of weird because you would think, like, they'd want to keep it on, so if a channel ever came back, like, the people who used to follow it would know. But, yeah. Yeah, Pickles randomly popped in, and I was like, oh, wow. And then, disappeared, and I was like, okay. And the next thing I know, you started posting. Yeah, it doesn't make sense, but YouTube's weird. They've changed a lot of things since the last time I was streaming. So, like, it's definitely changed a bit. How things work from their back end kind of thing. Like, I basically had to resync everything I had back with OBS because they changed the way streams work and all this stuff, so it was certainly interesting. I have to also, like, as you can see, adjust chat because that's a nightmare and a half. But I didn't realize how bad it was until after I started, and I wasn't going to sit here playing around with it. I just kind of wanted to dive on in. There's also, this first portion, also really annoying, because the majority of the Pokemon that we have to fight have Sturdy, so I can't even just sit here one-shotting things over and over and over. I'm stuck because of friggin' Sturdy, so I have to always use 2 moves to take things out. Otherwise, in that, well, case obviously not, it would just be so much faster. Yeah, Geode and Onyx are not a fun time. I was gonna keep leveling up my Roselia. So I could get Sweet Scent. I could just spam that over and over and over again. And, just get encounters faster. But, like, any experience that I'm getting now is kind of wasted past the point of evolving. Once I clear this gym, then, like, I'll add Roselia to the party and, get it to get levels that way as we fight trainers, so we can get Sweet Scent unlocked. Make life easier, but like I wasn't gonna keep grinding. Oh yeah, Dexter is great. Not really. I mean, that's kind of like the aspect of it, right? Like, I wouldn't say it doesn't get boring, there are moments when like it is annoying, to say the least. Um, but like any challenge, Pokemon kind of has that to an extent. You know, you're shiny hunting, ace. 8 levels to go for Psyduck. So close. Like I think, yeah, it's just one of those things. Like shiny hunting, it's the same thing. You know, hatching 1,000 eggs to get a shiny, that is monotonous and boring. But it's just kind of like, if you want the thing, you gotta do the work that's required to get the thing. You know? How much experience, out of curiosity, does Zubat need? 301 for Pokemon. But I just looked at the time. That puts you in perspective. I've already been doing this for 7 hours. You guys are seeing an hour and a half of it. Yay! But yeah, I'm gonna call it here. Been a great first stream. Like I said, I got some things I gotta do, and get ready for the week. But I will be back on Saturday, for sure, for sure. If you're around, by all means, make sure you hit that notification button. Now that we know you can do that again, and I'll see you guys on the next one potentially. Have a good one. Peace.